report cards. We got some grades to hand out here, don't we?
Okay, are these the A's, or are you going to go all the way through?
All right, we're not going to do all 32 teams. I'm gonna give you the letter grades for the teams at the top of the draft board. I gave Cleveland an A, despite the fact they have a misfit owner, despite the fact they've got an albatross around their neck with this quarterback contract with Deshaun Watson. I gave them an A. They got the defensive tackle from Michigan. They got the linebacker Schlesinger from UCLA. They got the Ohio State running back Quinshon Judkins. They got Hal Fanning, really good H-back tight end pass catcher from Bowling Green. And they wound up with two quarterbacks late in the day. I gave Cleveland a letter grade of A. I gave New England an A. Mike Vrabel has got 9 free agents that he signed. Then he goes out and he gets the left tackle, Will Campbell, lime green suit and all. And they got Trevion Henderson, heavy-duty running back, Ohio State. And they got a wide receiver from Washington State, Kyle Williams. So I think New England, in one off season, has just rebuilt its defense and has obviously added things around their quarterback. So I gave them an A. I gave the Rams an A. And this may sound weird. The Rams got a really good pass-catching tight end in Terrence Ferguson. I mean, he caught 88 balls. That's a really good football player. They got a pass rush defensive end linebacker, Josiah Stewart, and they got a number 1 pick next season. They'll have 2 number 1s. One of them could be pretty high, and next season is probably the season they're going to make the choice as to what quarterback they'll draft to replace Matthew Stafford. So I think Les Snead did a pretty good job. I give the Giants an A. Big pass rusher to a really gritty defense already in Abdul Carter. They get Jackson Dart. They got a massive nose tackle from Toledo by the name of Darius Alexander. And then they drafted Mr. Football down on the goal line. Everybody's got to have this type of player, Cam Scatterball from Arizona State. So I give the Giants an A. I gave the Raiders an A. Ashton Genty, obviously, stud. Maybe the next LaDainian Tomlinson. They got a wide receiver. Jack Beck catches everything thrown in his direction, averaged 17 yards per catch. Got a very good cornerback, Darwin Porter, and they need pass defense help for Pete Carroll's structure. So I give the Raiders an A. I gave Jacksonville an A because they got a 2-position player. I'll be interested to see how many snaps Travis Hunter can play. But they announced at the breakfast the morning after the first round, he's going to be our wide receiver first. He'll be a nickel corner on third downs the other time. He also got a very good linebacker, Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame. Baltimore, I just trust in God. I trust in the Ravens because when they draft good players. They draft defense. Malachi Starks, the safety, and Mike Green, the pass rusher from Marshall. So those are the ones at the top of my draft board that I thought did really well. Couple of other letter grades. Letter grades B to the Eagles. They just draft defense and defense and defense. Even though they let people go, I gave the Eagles a B. I gave Seattle a B. I think they really helped their offensive line by getting a tackle. They got help in the secondary. And obviously, they get Jalen Milroe from Bama as the quarterback of the future. This is hard to say. Dallas knows what the hell they're doing, but they historically have always drafted linemen and done very well. I gave Dallas a letter grade of B. Ty Booker, really good guard. He replaces the retiring Zach Martin, who's left because of injuries. Dallas went out, got another pass rusher, got another cover corner. Chicago, they're just letting Ben Johnson get everything he wants for the offense. Went and got the Michigan tight end, really good. Got a wide receiver. They just add to the offense. And I thought Atlanta did really well drafting linebacker and then trading to get a defensive tackle. So those are the ones I gave a B to. I gave the Chargers a B along the way. I think the lousy draft of all, I thought Cincinnati's draft left a lot to be desired because they still got a lot of holes on the roster, and they've got an issue that just has not been resolved with their top quarterback pass rusher, Trey Fredrickson. So at the end of the day, a lot of guys had A's, a lot of guys had B's. This was an exceptionally, really deep draft in terms of, I think, impact players. So, John, you going to argue with me at all on any of my grades there?
Well, a couple of questions here. So I love the Jags' bold move to move up and draft Travis Hunter, two-way player like Shohei Ohtani to liven up that Jacksonville team.
Like Neon Dion.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is great. It's wonderful because the Jaguars seem to be sort of like, been kicked to the curb, compared to other NFL teams.
Well, they got the quarterback, had a lot of injuries. Their defense was miserable. That's why a lot of people thought Jacksonville would take Mason Graham because he was such a warrior, and it's sitting there at 5. Other people thought they'd take Genty, but they already got a heavy-duty running back. They just need better people around Trevor Lawrence. And now, would you play Travis Hunter wideout all the time or cornerback all the time?
I hope he plays as many downs as possible. I think this is just a fascinating must-see TV. And the report, wide receiver and then nickelback, that sounds like a solid plan, but we all thought he was more of a defensive player than an offensive player.
Depends what club he interviewed with. Some clubs said, hey, he is so gifted as a cornerback. Other clubs have said, God, he's a wide receiver. You can't stop him. Not many people think he can play 1,400 snaps in the NFL. In a season.
Well, that's going to be a lot. Now, without getting into the details of Shedeur Sanders, I know we're going to get to that in a minute, but how in the hell are the Browns going to deal with 5 quarterbacks in the QB room? I mean, they can't keep them all.
No, somebody is going to leave, but Deshaun Watson's on IR. He's not going to be able to practice or anything because of the Achilles. So I mean, he's not really going to be there. But, Cleveland's got Kenny Pickett, who's not proven himself. They got the pros pro and Joe Flacco, who's probably going to be the starter. And then you got the Oregon quarterback. He's got to prove he can play at this level. That's Dylan Gabriel. And then you got Shedeur Sanders. So I would assume I don't think they're going to carry 3 active quarterbacks on the regular season roster. They'll have the 2 veterans, and then they'll have the third guy will be on developmental, and somebody's going to be on waivers, or somebody will be in the Canadian Football League, etc. But it's going to be a very interesting spring going forward. But we're going to address a lot of specifics about Shedeur Sanders very, very shortly. Okay,